If there was ever a rogues gallery stood at the door looking at us, it's John Caldwell eating a salad sandwich and Robbie Sylvester. But morning, Robbie. Good to see you here, mate. Nice to see you, Robbie. A good competitor here around the Isle of Man in his time. And, of course, now running Columbia rider Danny Fernandez, who we'll speak to in a moment. But first of all, let's introduce our guest. Newcomers A winner this morning. He won yesterday. Thomas Maxwell. Good morning, Thomas.
How you doing?
Good. You all right?
Yeah. A bit stiff and sore now.
I bet you are after that yesterday. Hard work. And Michael Rees, Newcomers B winner yesterday. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning.
Good. I've just seen, coming up here this morning, a BBC Radio Wales flag on your awning. What's that all the name of?
My dad went to the Royal Welsh and they pulled him up and did an interview on him on the condition that he had a Welsh flag to bring over to the Manx.
Okay. And have you been in touch with BBC Radio Wales telling them just what you did yesterday now?
We haven't, no.
Oh, you should be doing that, you see. Get yourself out there.
In all honesty, mate, it's just been so hectic since it happened. Mm-hmm. I can't believe it. Everybody's been coming on and congratulating. It's just been a blur, you know.
Okay. And also this morning, another one of our newcomers here this year, Danny Fernandez, Colombian rider, first Colombian rider, and I think first rider really from that part of the world since we had the guys from Argentina a few years ago, David Fernadez and people like that. They were a good set of people there. Good morning.
Thank you very much for the invitation.
It's okay, hey, it's no problem. And from the race officer sort this out. Now, you can always tell in this job when you meet somebody who knows how to A, sit at a desk and be interviewed. And then poor Thomas in the corner there. He's just going, oh my God, I can't believe I'm in here. We're trying to put you at ease, Thomas. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. It's nice and easy. Talk us through yesterday, Thomas. I mean, a cracking race. And just from your side, just relay your story to, well, not just to us. We're also on Facebook Live as well. So good morning to everybody listening out there. But just give us a little thoughts on yesterday.
Yeah, I was actually... I got a bit stunned there when I went out there first. Couldn't get going at all. It was kind of a lucky race the way it went. And then Harrison passed me and down, I don't know where it was anyway. I kind of get into a bit of a rhythm after he passed me, but it was a bit disappointing the way I performed. Now, the wind was kind of putting me off, and it's my first time. Even coming into the pits, I lost loads of time, and the lads told me I had a good lead on
Stevie Haddo, yeah.
Stevie Haddo. And then I got out and I got a 38-second board. I thought he broke down or something, so I completely shut it off. And I got to the gooseneck and seen it was only 10 seconds, so if I got a better board I would have put it down, but still won anyhow. So
you did, but he was catching your hand over fist, wasn't he, really? I mean,
I shut off. I was short shifting ever. I said, geez, I don't want to blow this up now. And it just worked out. Everything worked in my favour. Because the year before last year I tried to come here and the bike broke down in practice 2 nights and I missed it. The year before that I broke my collarbone a week before I went, so everything worked out.
We have a saying, don't we, third time lucky?
Yeah, well, it definitely was for me now, yeah.
We do. And obviously you crossed the line, and I bet you the phone hasn't stopped, I suppose.
No, it's great. No, I didn't even get through them, yeah. I want to go out there today, and hopefully the conditions are a bit better and up to performance and get what I want to do, you know.
Well, we do have an hour delay, unfortunately. The road's going to close at 10:30 now instead. Does that mean the race will start at 11:15?
Well, the schedule is going to be released
official schedule
from 8:30, so we'll give you the full details as soon as we have them. But there is definitely a 1 hour delay to today's schedule, and that's because of mist on the mountain, which is hopefully clearing now, and wet roads around the course. But it's interesting, Thomas, we were talking to the Rev just before, and he was talking about the trials and tribulations of actually getting to the start line and everything you need to actually make it happen. What's been your experience of actually getting here?
Oh, pure torture. Oh, it is. I do it mostly myself and my girlfriend there now. I don't. It's very hard now, but that's after making it worthwhile now. So, you know, I come over here on my own too, and I got Andy Cowan and another guy gave me helps in the pits. So some of the best help of the week there now as well. So it was a great help to me.
You had, of course, Adam, who
works
for the Daffabet team. I mean, for Ivan Linton's team. And Ivan, if you're listening this morning, we wish you to get well soon. But there's a lot of experience there, and he knows how to put a super twin together as well, because he builds Ivan's super twins, doesn't he?
Yeah, he left me very relaxed in the pits now. He did the fuel and everything now.
Very chilled man. And Andy Cowan, you said, a local lad, again, who's raced here at the Manx Grand Prix. So that's good to have those guys batting in your corner, isn't it?
Yeah, I came over here on my own. I had no one to help, and they jumped on board, thank God. No, that was a big help, so it was.
And how did that come about? You managing to get hold of them? Did you put something on social media, or what did you do? Or just friends from friends said, look, could you just help this lad out?
Yeah, friends from friends. It just worked out for the best now. Just I have to plan coming into the pits. I lost some time coming into the pits.
You did. You were so slow. We actually thought, and Tim did say, we thought something was actually wrong with you.
No. I have to go up there and walk it today. Like I come in, I was kind of stunned, and You know, and you're leading, and my head was all over the place. And I never settled once in the race, but I have a lot left in it now. It didn't really show what I had at all yesterday. Just everything seemed to work for me.
Going to have a chat with somebody like Damien Horan, because he's obviously got a bit of experience here, same country as you as well, so he'll be able to tell you, what your breaking point coming in, normally about the bus stop, I think. Robbie, bus stop about the breaking point coming in for the pit stop, start braking about there. Yeah, just on the front wheel, just a big rolling stoppy into the old stop like that.
I must have lost 10 seconds.
Oh yeah, it was incredible because you came in like that, and we were all like, "Oh, we must have a problem." And the next guy came in. I can't remember who's next on the road behind you. Stevie Haddo, came in like a scalded cat, like a proper pit stop. I thought, "Oh, this is proper," and I thought you're in trouble.
I thought you broke down, so someone gave me the board out the road after that 38 seconds. So I completely rolled it. I was short shifting 12, just tipping around. It worked out though.
Certainly did. It definitely did work. We've got lots of messages coming in already, I'm sure, on the Make Sure You
Yeah,
TV
loads
Facebook
of people
page.
just saying well done yesterday, and just so many messages of congratulations. If you want to get in touch this morning, very easy to do so. You can text 166 177, start your message with TT. You can email us at studio@radiott.com, or go to the Manx Radio TT Facebook or Twitter pages, and you can watch us on Facebook Live as well. And if you miss any of the chat show, you can watch back on the Manx Radio portal at manxradio.com.
And they're very popular too. Some of the chat shows in the classic TT as well. Some of them being very, very good. I nearly said Matthew Rees then, just for a minute. Those who don't know, Matthew Rees, he's done the TT. He's done all sorts of Irish races too. This is his. I'd say younger brother, actually, yeah, because do you like that, dear?
Yeah.
Because you started quite late, Michael, didn't you? 41, you were telling me. 41 years old, you started.
I'm 41 now.
But to come here at 41, it's quite a good old age to come here, isn't it?
It's not that old.
No, it is really. When you look at the young lads coming through, you mean, how old are you, Tom?
26.
26. Brad Vickers just 21. It's quite an older age to start your road racing career, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely right.
I'm not going to say anything about Daniel there.
It was all about this place, actually. It started, Matthew, I used to race off-road, British Championship Enduros all my life, and absolutely loved it. And Matthew said to me one day, he said, Aberdare Park, he said, why don't you do a supermoto around there? I was like, well, I'm going to supermoto bike. He said, well, use an enduro bike. And we did. We basically bought a set of wheels, shortened the gear in, went 5 clickers on the compression front and back, and entered. And that was kind of like my first real go on slick tyres. I was like, oh wow, this is amazing, and then it was sort of in my mind to go back there on a road bike, but never actually ridden one properly. Then I came over to see this event when Matthew was doing the classic, and I was up in the top line watching him go Numbrain, and that was it. Instantly hooked. I'm having a bit of this, for sure. And it's been just a long, I won't say a struggle, a lot of commitment, a lot of effort now to actually, to get out there, get my national licence, try and get competitive on the bike, and give us the best opportunity to come here and have a go, really. Aberdare
Park's a good place to start, really, isn't it? It's so tiny, isn't it? Do you know a place called Aberdare Park, Daniel?
I've only seen videos of it.
Okay, it's a little bit tight, to say the least. How long round is it?
0.8 of a mile.
It's 0.8 of a mile, isn't it? And there's no super bikes there. No. It's only anything up to 600, isn't it?
Right,
Don't run sidecars there, do they?
They have done.
Oh God, could you imagine that around there? That'd be absolutely.
They were parading there a couple of years ago, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't. I've not been down, and I keep meaning to say we will go down to have a little look around there. And Dan Cooper, I think, who's been helping you out a little bit, he kind of knows his way around there a bit, doesn't he?
He certainly does, yeah.
He certainly does on that 600 around there. But Ian Locker was good around there, of course. Chris Palmer was very, very good around there too. All winners in their own right. So, scan the same question that I asked Thomas a few minutes ago. Just back to yesterday. I know it's still probably quite fresh in your mind, and I'm sure as the weeks go on, you will remember more stuff about the day. What's the immediacy sort of thing that just comes into your head from yesterday?
I was just so conscious about my physical capabilities of taking on the circuit, in all honesty. We haven't had a lot of practice, and that's nobody's fault. But was I physically going to be able to cope with the 4 laps? Am I going to arm pump? Do
you suffer with that, do you?
I have done, yeah, but not not once.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
On short circuits, maybe.
Definitely.
Because maybe the big heavy braking, possibly.
Absolutely.
Oh, you'd be no good at the Northwest then, would you, with all that big heavy long circuit?
I don't know. We're going to have a go and find out, I think.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So a bit of arm pump. You don't get that here. That's.
I didn't. I haven't had it at all. No, but I think it's the mindset that we've sort of come over with, and my team, mechanic John and Dad has always said, is look, we're going over the Isle of Man. We're going to have a ride around. We're not going to race. We're going to go and have a ride around, and that's kind of the attitude that we've had on the start there. Just keep it chilled, relax, and go and have a ride around. But yeah, to do that under race conditions is a bit different, isn't it?
But that's what people were saying yesterday, wasn't it? Just consider it as another practice lap because you haven't been able to get as many laps in during practice as you may have wanted to.
Absolutely right. And we was talking earlier about the pit boards. I only had one board and I kind of pushed for it. Nobody in the team wanted me to have a board. Even to that point, no, just go and have a ride round. And I was like, well, I would like to know where I am. And even Dan was saying, no, I don't have them. But, I sort of talked around and said, look, Coops, just put me one at the end of pit lane, just so just give me an idea of where we are and what's going on, And I think definitely having more boards out and around the place is the way to go. You need it, for sure. But, yeah, I did go off a bit hotter than what I planned to from the word go, if I'm honest. But again, going back to physical capabilities, it was I got this thing that I kept saying to myself, and it comes from Milky Quail watching the onboards. Get your elbows in, knees in, toes in, relax, and just breathe. And any straight we was coming to, I was trying to do that. But with the wind and doing the speeds that we are doing, you try the legs just want to get blown off, and you can't fully relax.
It's hard to keep your body right.
Of course it is.
Yeah. And especially yesterday. I mean, that was one of the windiest sort of race days I've ever known. Imagine racing a 125 round here, and that'd been bonkers, wouldn't it? Just coming up to 8:12 here on Manx Radio TT. Our guests in the studio this morning are Denny Fernadez, speak to in a minute. Newcomers B winner Michael Rees, and of course we've got Thomas Maxwell, won the Newcomers A. Beth, lots of messages coming in this morning.
Loads of messages. Rita says, I love this live streaming. It's nice to put faces to names.
Okay.
Shell says, did Tommy celebrate last night, or was it an early night for you?
No, it was an early night now.
He's got a bottle of water there. He's rehydrating for a reason.
Looking forward to the day now. Yeah, the wind yesterday was very hard. I'm quite big now on a 600. I was getting it very hard to stay on.
You could hear it.
Any more messages there, Beth?
Loads of messages. We'll come to those in just a moment. But if you do want to get in touch, 166 177, start your message with TT, or you can email studio@radiott.com or follow us on Manx Radio TT's Facebook and Twitter pages, and we are live streaming. And Nigel makes a really good point. This is something we talked about a lot yesterday. Will people stop complaining about delayed starts? Rider safety has to and does come first. Just enjoy the fact you're on God's finest creation. Have a good day, everyone. And enjoy. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. Stop whinging and moaning. Just get on with it. I was asked to host the Marshall's supper last night, which is over here in the VIP, and the newcomers' presentations tonight as well, and that's over there too. So I'm doing that. So you will be abused once more, gentlemen. And the Marshalls in it. It was a full house, and good to see all the Orange Army in there last night. And when John McGuinness came up on stage, and Connor came up on stage, and Ian Locker was up on stage, the Marshalls gave them such a rapturous applause, and they were all so appreciative of the Marshals as well. Brad Vickers, who's doing the Junior Max Grand Prix, he came up on stage as well with a bit of a chat as well, and it was just a good bit of fun and like-minded people. And it's really, really good that they all intermingled. The Marshals. Oh, John, I've not seen you for even though he's probably been Marshals at Quarterbridge, for example, and he probably Marshals Union Mills, won't see each other for 2 weeks. But they meet at this dinner and old friendships are reunited, and that was brilliant last night. Well done to them all. I know a lot of them will be heading out early doors today to get into their positions, to get the fire extinguishers ready, to get everything in place, and that is the way it is. So well done to them all. I think they all should be applauded. It's been a tough 10 days so far for them all. And Gary Thompson up on stage with Robert Crane from the Marshals Association last night was so complimentary. And did you know yesterday, as the practice laps were happening, there was a fire alarm went off at hello? Oh, there you go, that's timing. Did you know there was a fire alarm that went off at Nobles Hospital during the session yesterday, and they had to get a fire engine down the access road? That was just at that time that car went on fire down the access road. So that was another spanner that could have been thrown in the works yesterday. Thankfully, it was a false alarm at the hospital. But you can imagine, in the old days, that fire engine, if it would have been a proper fire, not just a fire alarm going off, would have had to go down the track. So the session would have been stopped. But I remember the day, and probably Robbie does as well, when they used to put fire engines and ambulances on the course with the white flag, like you do on the short circuits. Put a white flag out, but they don't try not to do that now, unfortunately. But it did have to happen the other day when your house, no, it wasn't your house on fire appeal.
No, it wasn't mine.
It wasn't your house.
No, it wasn't mine.
That's all right. Then, okay.
Just a couple more messages before we take a quick break. Mark Connolly has been in touch to say he's delighted to be part of Thomas Maxwell Racing, and absolutely delighted for your win yesterday. The whole club is. And
what club's that, by the way?
Unride Dove Supporters Club.
Okay.
And John Wright says, I bet Michael Rees has never had an early night, but we probably won't talk about that. We'll be back in just a moment. Lots of questions for Daniel as well, which we'll put to him in just a moment.